center, facing the world's Then it comes back north again. When it gets to the tropics, it starts to warm up and begins to rise to the surface. It becomes the Gulf Stream now and starts heading back home. The whole circuit, it's 1,000 years. 1,000 years. And yet the continual cycling of all that heat and energy affects everything from long-term climate change to daily weather forecasts. You have water rising, falling, spinning, circulating, bumping into things. And we try to take all of those complex factors, put them into a global model and come up with a circulation system. Our best shot.
All right. I was talking about not the rules.
Yeah, you can go back to your seat. Right. Can you turn the light for me? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Why does it have to do that? Why do you have to do it?
Okay, so how many years does it take for the water to circulate from the poles all the way back down to the Southern Ocean and go back up? Olivia? 1,000 years. So that's a long time. So it gets super, super cold, and then as it goes down, it gets really cold at the Southern Ocean. It's like a big old blender, and then it shoots back up and becomes the Gulf Stream, and that's kind of what keeps our water warmer, the Gulf Stream. So that just kind of shows you how much. And they use a roller coaster. Who can tell me why they use a roller coaster? Emma.
It represents how the water takes the force, like it's swirling.
So it represents the deep ocean current because it's going down and around, all at the bottom. Like the path, exactly. So that, I just wanted to show you all. So then that kind of, I thought the roller coaster was a good idea. So going back to the PowerPoint, this represents the density. So this is why the oil went to the top and then the water was at the bottom, because the oil is less dense than the water, so it goes to the top. So in the ocean, the warm water is at the top because it's least dense. It's warm, so it's spaced out, remember, because they don't like to be close to each other. And then, salinity, I forgot that part. So salinity, raise your hand if you've ever heard of salinity. Salinity. Help Olivia. So salinity is the amount of salt that's in the water. And I know that y'all are going to learn more about this later. But, so it's just how salt, because you know how you taste the water at the beach and it tastes salty? Very good. So that's just the amount of salt that's in the water. So when the higher the salinity or the amount of salt that's in the water, the more dense it is. So if it's cold salt water, it's dense because it's cold, and it's dense because it has the salt. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it starts with the warm water, and then it adds salt, so it's a little bit more dense. And then if it's room temperature, it's not really warm anymore, and it's salty, so it's a little bit more dense. And the most dense, or the highest density, is the cold salt water. So that's all the way at the bottom. Okay, so back to the trash thing. I'm sorry, we're going back and forth. So we said that the big bowl represented the Earth as a whole and how trash travels from one ocean to the next, right? So do you think what we do here impacts the ocean?
Yeah, there's a lot of pollution.
Why do you say that? Because what?
I don't know how to explain it.
Okay, Emma, you want to help him out?
We did this Rangerville.
Rangerville, yeah.
And you said we all live downstream.
Mm-hmm.
And the trash from one place kind of flows down to the next. Pollution keeps on going until it reaches a point where it just flows into the ocean.
Exactly. Y'all learned a lot from Rangerville. Olivia, do you want to add to that?
No, I was going to say what exactly.
Exactly the same thing? So who can tell me what that water system is? I know you talked about it with Rangerville. So can anybody remember what he called it? The watershed? Which one do we have? Tyler, I'm here for you. The Chesapeake Bay watershed. That's exactly right. So I'm going to kind of do another demonstration of how what we do here even impacts the ocean. So I drew a little picture. And it has the mountains at the top because we can see the mountains, right? They're just like over here.
Yeah, I can see them.
So like up in Charlottesville. And then I drew a little elementary school.
Aww.
That's Ruby Young. And then I do some farms, because there's a lot of farms in Buckingham, some houses. And then there's some trash, a couple places, and some fertilizer that's on the farms. So when it rains,
Oh, it goes down here.
where is it going? It's going down, right? So it goes down. And all the water keeps going down.
What's the brown? No, like, what's the...
So I have mountains, and then my houses and fertilizer. So where's it all going? So it's going to the Atlantic Ocean. So what we do here,
Can I ask something?
yeah,
Why is the ground just going down?
because it's raining. So you know how mountains are at the top? So which way is the water going to go? Downstream. Because gravity, right? No, I just didn't want to do that. I was like, then I can do that. Okay, so we said that what we do here impacts the ocean, right? And this is just the Chesapeake Bay. So this is how big it is. Did Ranger Bill show you how big it is?
No.
So it goes all the way up to, yeah, it goes all the way up to, and so this is where we are, right here. That's Buckingham County. And then I'm from York County, so I'm over here. But that's where I live. So we're right here, and this is the Chesapeake Bay, and right here is the Atlantic Ocean. So that's just where we are. So, where does all this trash go? And it goes to a place called the Pacific Trash Vortex. Raise your hand if you've ever heard of it. Ah, I'm excited. Okay, so it's this giant vortex. So it's this big ocean current that kind of like goes in a circle, and it just stays in one spot, because all the different ocean currents, it's just how it works out. So they all hit each other and stay in one spot. So it's in the Pacific Ocean. So we're right here. This is like California, and Alaska's right here. So it's kind of near them. So it's this big pile of trash that's the size of Texas. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So Texas is one of our biggest states, right? So it's the size of Texas. So just think about how big Texas is, and that's how big this trash vortex is. So y'all ready to see some pictures? It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
It's gonna blow your mind. So that's all trash. Can you turn off the lights for me?
What are those sharks? Sharks. Whoa.
So you see it? All trash. What do you see a lot of? Paper? Plastic? Okay, so that's a lot, isn't it? More?
And they're going through the...
How is it annoying and trash?
That's what you have to do.
It'd be like that. I was in the water.
Now think about, remember with the trash, some of y'all made the comment that the trash went to the bottom. So think about, it's not just at the top. It's all in the water. And what do you think this does to the animals that live there? They kill them. Yep. They have pictures where a lot of the animals, they died. There's one turtle where there's a band on his side, and it like messed up his shell forming just because when he got bigger, it stayed like that. And then they have pictures of birds that have a bunch of plastic in their stomach. It's really sad. So that's just, think about that too. So the animals that live there, this is what they live in. Would you want to live in that?
No.
Right? Aaliyah.
I saw this thing, like this turtle, he was like young, and then like he was living in the ocean, and he just like, he had like a plastic thing that was stuck around him, and his shell popped up.
It's sad. That happens a lot. Okay, so this is kind of about the big old trash patch. And so it says 200 billion pounds of plastic is how much we use each year. So each year we use 200 billion pounds of trash or plastic. So that's what a lot of this is. So 30% is carried to the ocean surface by the ocean current. So what we talked about today. Michael.
When we was at the beach on the summer, there was this bird that was floating in the water because it had like stuff on its legs, and it had hook in its mouth, and there's all kinds of stuff.
That's not nice. That makes me sad. Okay, so there's a lot of plastic in here, so that's like the biggest part of this trash. So there's the plastic bottles we use, plastic tops, plastic bags. So that's like why recycling plastic is such a big deal. And plastic doesn't break down. It just stays there for a really long time. It might break down, but if it breaks down, it turns into these chemicals. And the chemicals aren't good for the fish, right? And the turtles and the dolphins and all that. So that's another reason why it's bad. So when it does start to break down, it releases these chemicals. Yes, Olivia?
Does it release fossil fuels?
No, that's not, fossil fuels are made from natural stuff. So it's from like the dirt and like all the organic material that's in the soil, and then over billions of years it turns into oil. So that's a little different, but that's a good comparison. So a lot of the whales and the fish think that the ocean or the plastic might be food, so they eat it, and then that isn't very good for them.
It kills them.
Yeah, it kills them.
Yes.
So what do you think we can do to help this? Cam, what do you think?
Recycle.
Recycle. So how can we recycle?
Whenever there's trash, we gotta pick it up.
So we're gonna recycle.
Put it in Mr.
Picking up trash. You can do 3 holes. Well then. Okay, I'll write it on the board.
You mind if we show them
Alright, so we said recycle by picking up trash on the floor.
Can we just wait for 3 hours?
No, we're gonna do this our way, right? Because we're gonna decide, make a plan together.
It is always, alright, for 3 hours.
Okay, who can give me another way? Emma.
use more reusable resources, like you can use more natural resources instead of using stuff that's not.
So instead of using a plastic water bottle, we can use one of the ones you can wash. Go home and you wash it and then fill it up again, right? So that's one way to do it. Like reuse. I use reusable bottles, and then somebody else said reuse. I'm just writing it.
But you know, to use those reusable ones like that, plastic bottles and stuff, those things go,
Well, it's okay as long as you, because think about if you don't reuse it and you get a new water bottle like for every day for a month. That's 31 water bottles, and you can, if you buy one water bottle a month, then that's one versus the 31 bottles. So you can buy a new water bottle every month, but that's still saving a lot of plastic, right? So 1 versus 31.
I think the big thing
Quantum.
Instead of like everybody does with carpool.
Carpool, I love that idea. That's such a good idea. That's thinking outside the box. Because y'all don't even drive, so that's good. Does anybody else have an idea of how we can try to not have as much trash? Olivia, what do you think?
We can like walk or ride.
Walk or ride a bike, so instead of driving. And then that's a double win because you get to exercise, be outside, and enjoy nature. Alright, one more. Who can give me a good one? Chevelle. I love that. So turn off the water when we brush our teeth.
Turn off the lights.
I'll turn off the lights.
I told him that.
Good. Alright, so we are going to talk about, so what are 3 ways that impact ocean currents? So what are the 3 things we focused on? So just think about the straw, the ice cubes, and the oil. So who can give me one? Somebody I haven't heard. Saddam? You haven't? Who wants to help Saddam out? Olivia.
density.
Density. So Saddam, give me one. Salinity? Okay, so that goes with density. Good. Emma. Wind. Quantized. Temperature. So that goes with density too, but we talked temperature was one of them, right? So we had salinity, density, water, and wind, right? Someone said wind?
Yeah.
Okay, so where does the cold water at the poles travel to? Think about the roller coaster. Anybody have any ideas? Okay. It travels down. So is it at the top of the water or at the bottom of the water? Bottom, right? Good. So why is what we do here, how does that impact the ocean? So think about the trash. Why is that important? Where does it go? Tonight. So I think, why is it important that we worry about the trash in Buckingham County?
So it doesn't kill any of the animals.
Because we don't want it to kill anyone. Good. Okay, well, I think y'all.
We gotta go.
Yeah.